Blonde hair, blue eyes, super strength. I should be recruiting them.
The controversial historical figure Adolf Hitler has been depicted and made fun of in many shows, movies, cartoons, and in possibly the most famous anime ever, Dragon Ball. In the movie Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn, when villains escape from hell, we can see among them Hitler and his army.
This country now belongs to me.
That guy's hell! You can't call dibs on a whole country!
Trunks and Goten will not allow this, so they defeat him and his army of tanks without putting too much effort and making fun of him in the process.
They are inferior!
Are we inferior? No! Look at him! He can't fly and we're almost as tall as he is!
In Hey Arnold during Veterans Day, Grandpa recounts his days in World War II and how, according to him, he faced Hitler himself. Obviously, a video about parodies made of Hitler will never be complete without the Looney Tunes, as here he was completely mocked in several ways. The first appearance of Adolf Hitler in a Warner Brothers was scaring a little child in 1933. On another one, a string of German planes has gone missing while flying into Russian airspace. Furious over this, Adolf Hitler gives a rousing speech. Then tells the crowd he will send the world's best pilot to bomb Moscow, himself. But his mission is sabotaged by gremlins, little creatures who attack not only his plane, but Der Führer's person.
We're in the Nazis' head!
One of them pokes Hitler in the butt with a pin attached to his head. He leaps out of his chair. The others stick his nose into an electrical socket, causing him to transform into various things during the electrocution. After Hitler recovers from this, he chases them with a knife, until one of them puts on a Joseph Stalin mask, causing him to scream like a little girl. During a short of Daffy Duck Carrier, pigeons were seduced by a female pigeon that worked for Hitler.
You know who.
40,000 tanks roll off a subway line. Coast Guard double.
And so they sent Daffy Duck, who will try to dodge her tricks. Later, the girl traps him with some X-ray machine to discover his secret military information, thing that the dictator was watching through early FaceTime, I guess.
That's no military secret! Yeah, everybody knows that!
On another one titled The Ductators, we can see that Hitler hatched from a black egg. He makes a speech by mumbling in gibberish. That sounds like German. He will turn the chicken coop upside down.
He's a smarter fellow at brains, huh? Like a me.
We can also see him chasing someone with an axe, how someone sent him a postal from a concentration camp, how when Porky and his bloodhound are looking for a Nazi spy. In Daffy, the Commando, we can see Daffy infiltrating enemy lines to cause chaos among the troops of the Nazi Germany army, and at the end of this he will hit Hitler himself with a hammer. And in another, Bugs Bunny pranks one of the dictator's henchmen, and later Hitler himself, by pretending to be Hitler and Stalin.
Your tobacco tastes different lately.
In a few moments, we will see more of Disney making fun of the dictator, but let's see some more recent examples. In Adam Sandler's movie Little Mickey, we can see that Hitler is the devil's maid. In one of the deleted scenes of Deadpool 2, we can see that he traveled to the past when Hitler was just a baby.
Oh yes, you're already practicing your little salute, huh? Aren't you just a little bad dictator?
Deadpool is just doubting himself about what he should do, but he finally takes courage.
You just never had anyone give a shit about you, did you? That's the real problem here, isn't it?
And then I'm gonna come back with my friend Cable. He has a real way with kids.
In Sausage Party, we can see a literal sauerkraut jar who appears to be a parody of Nazi soldiers, and Hitler as the commander won't do nice things to the Jews.
We'll exterminate the Jews!
The Simpsons have made fun of Hitler many times. The first one was when we see Homer's extensive knowledge of history.
The capital of North Dakota is named after what German ruler?
Hitler!
Hitler, North Dakota?
In The War of the Simpsons, one of the attendees at the church when Homer tries to find his seat resembled Hitler. In a flashback to 1927, Charles Lindbergh throws Mr. Burns' teddy bear Bobo into a crowd where it is grabbed by Hitler. Later, when he's losing the war, he throws it away.
This is all your fault!
While Barney congratulates a worker who has to check which Duff bottles are not fit for consumption, several disturbing bottles pass by during their chat.
Hey, thanks a lot. That makes it all worthwhile.
When Bart makes calls to all over the word, accidentally makes Hitler's phone ring as we see him alive, making fun of the legend that the dictator was alive and escaped to South America.
Das Wagenphone ist eine Nuisance-Phone. Buenas noches, mein Führer. Ja, ja.
Hitler has a few instances inside Itchy and Scratchy, one where they are making fun of literally the 1940s cartoons we saw some moments ago, where they do what Itchy and Scratchy do with the dictator. The other cameo was way later, and he flattens Scratchy, also Maggie mimics the Nazi salute. On one occasion, Abe says during World War II, he pretended to be a cabaret dancer to seduce and assassinate Hitler. Another time, the old man remembers he was close to assassinating Hitler, but failed because of Mr. Burns.
Little help?
Seems like the old man has horrible aim, as he also claims to have been a javelin thrower in the 1936 Berlin Olympics. His fictional story is that his throw nearly hit Adolf Hitler.
But I did hit an assassin who was trying to kill Hitler. The next time I saw Hitler, we had dinner and laughed about it.
At the fair, Bart accidentally destroys Hitler's car, and Nelson is not too happy about it.
You wrecked Hitler's car. What did he ever do to you?
In A Treehouse of Horror, Krusty as a clown in 1932 says everyone that maybe they should try to stop that Hitler guy.
Seriously, folks, I really think we should stop this Hitler guy.
And finally, during a rather strange dream, we can see Marge getting rid of Hitler, as well as being a reference to Inglourious Bastards.
Nine, why did I go to the 9 o'clock show?
In Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Jones crosses paths with Hitler while trying to retrieve a diary. This one looks deep into his soul. But Jones is relived as Hitler gives him his autograph. In Brickleberry, Kirk showed Connie a video of Adolf Hitler back in World War II. There, they launched a bomb that turns people gay, and according to them, that's why he lost the war.
The gay bomb. Kapow! And like that, those krauts went from sour to sweet. The gay bomb.
In Doraemon, for some strange reason, don't ask why, he has some sweets to pretend to be Hitler.
Hitler pills! These here ain't no ordinary candies. They make you act like Hitler.
Obviously, South Park didn't stay behind with the jokes the first time we can see him in the very first season, when Cartman's Halloween costume is Hitler. However, he didn't know the whole story of Hitler, so he gets in trouble at school.
Where did you get that costume, young man?
My mom made it. Yig hi! Yig hi!
The principal makes him see the full history, and this ends up causing the exact opposite effect as he ends up becoming even more of a fan. We also see the deranged kid after watching The Passion of the Christ. He dresses like Hitler and uses the film as propaganda to attract followers and build his own following of Nazis, even though they are unaware of the fat kid's plans.
What was our Aramaic line again?
On another occasion, Big Gay Al was showing Stan a tour in which gay figures of all history are shown.
Look out! It's the oppressors! Christians and Republicans and Nazis! Oh my!
We can see him singing From Hell in Christmas Special, where he seems a little sad. He also appears at a Satan's party.
Check out Hitler! He's the Can You Hear Me Now guy. Oh. Can you hear me now?
When Kenny goes to hell in one of the movies, we can see that Hitler tries to drag him.
Hey, fuckface, have you seen Gracie?
In Robot Chicken, a time traveler made him look ridiculous with a secret and lose the war. On another occasion, they made fun of him for trying to find the 10 Commandments.
The ghosts are so scary.
Let's see where this goes.
Melty, melty, melty.
They also parodied Quentin Tarantino's movie, Inglourious Retards, and one that is really good, which basically teaches the World War II conflict in a nutshell, and how America just didn't give a damn for most of the war.
Yeah? Yes, little Hitler? My desk is small. I need this Polish boy's desk also.
He also continues with the Czechoslovakian desk as well, until later we see him with a lot of desks.
What's going on here?
It's not my problem. Now, it's my problem.
Little Hitler!
We go back to classic Disney cartoons, this time with Duck Donald being part of the Nazi troops, where everything resembles Adolf Hitler's face. Donald Duck, apparently a German citizen in this world. Upon arriving at the factory, at bayonet point, Donald starts his 48 hours a day shift of screwing caps onto artillery shells on an assembly line. Donald has paid vacation, which consists of forced exercise, contorting his arms into swastika shapes and quickly Nazi saluting in front of a painting of the Alps, showing the absolute hell life in Nazi Germany was for the average citizen who lived there. Donald ends up going completely crazy, but good thing it was just a nightmare. In another, we can see how they indoctrinate children by telling them a children's story where the knight in armor is Hitler. One time, we can see Hitler advancing with a tank, but he is finished off with a rifle and tanks and sent to hell where he throws a big tantrum in front of Satan.
He says it's an outrage.
In Popeye, the sailor, when he and Brutus join the army to compete for Olivia's love, Popeye shows that he is the strongest when a single punch knocks out several dictators together, including Hitler. On another occasion, Popeye crosses paths with the dictator in a submarine.
Heil Hitler! Heil Hitler! Heil Hitler!
And finally, we can see his face on a donkey's butt.
How do you do?
In the anime Lupin III, to find Hitler's legacy, Lupin and his team must recreate the last days of the dictator so that an old man who worked with him remembers his secrets. This happens even in the newest movie.
Dankeschön. That's Wayne Newton for Bite Me, Baby!
In the film Jojo Rabbit, the protagonist is a Hitlerian child who has Hitler himself as an imaginary friend.
Ooh, I gotta go. We're having unicorn for dinner at my place tonight.
Tschüss.
In Super Sentai, the protagonists face off against a Nazi group and a Japanese Hitler.
Guten Tag, es Ihnen. Danke sehr gut.
In Family Guy, they make fun of him several times, usually making him appear foolish or incompetent. We can see Hitler having a grudge against a buff Jewish man surrounded by beautiful women.
You know, most of the world's problems stem from poor self-image.
An overweight man with a Hitler mustache selling German bratwurst takes over a vendor's station selling Polish sausage and plans to take over the next station selling Czech wieners. In hell, he is seen with Al Capone, John Wilkes Booth, and Superman. Peter puts a scarecrow, which he calls Scare Jew, to scare off his Jewish neighbor.
I just wanted to return you. Oh my God, it's Hitler! He's back!
Hitler and wife Eva Braun were taunting one another preceding the ingestion of their poison pills.
You didn't do it!
You didn't do it either!
One time, Peter explains his heritage by introducing Peter Hitler, and as Peter is Adolf's brother, Adolf is indirectly related to Peter Griffin. He was just a complete nuisance to him.
We all head over to the booze and puking, huh? Free beer on this mother Führer, eh? Come on!
Hitler briefly appears in a random cutaway gag, juggling fish while riding a unicycle. After a second cutaway, Peter is shown kicking Hitler's unicycle, causing him to fall off, then punches him in the face and explains the cutaway wasn't random after all.
I hate shows that cut away from the story for some bull crap.
Another time, Stewie sneaks into a laboratory in Berlin, Germany, to smuggle uranium to repair a time machine, which caused him, Brian, and Mort to travel to World War II Berlin. They nearly succeed with their mission until they run into the real Hitler. When Peter has to make an anti-pot video, Fox News Channel owned the rights to Hitler's image and didn't want anyone casually using Hitler.
Anybody else who likes pot, reach for my joint.
Oh, there it is. Give us some of that.
Ha ha ha. Perhaps later.
To sabotage the government, Peter puts up a commercial where he compares the mayor with Hitler. When Stewie prepares to torture Nelson, says the following:
Nelson, I don't doubt that you've had a twisted childhood. Most evil people have. Hitler, Manson, Jaden Smith.
When Death has an accident and Peter does not want to do his job, he is told that the world without death would be a horrible place.
Imagine a world where Hitler was still alive.
Today on Hitler, we'll be talking with Hollywood hunk Christian Slater. Now, say, tell me in your next movie.
Stewie gives money to a young Adolf.
I think that was a young Hitler. You just gave money to Hitler.
Yeah, but before all the crazy stuff. All right, Chris.
When the entire family becomes trapped in endless cutaways, they are told by Joe that the solution to escaping is to kill Adolf Hitler in the very first cutaway gag, also the same one we saw some minutes ago. While the family debates the ethical and moral consequences of this action, Meg doesn't seem to care much.
Hitler head, yo! He cried like a bitch when I did it. Let's get out of here.
In the Justice League animated show, due to a disturbance in space-time, the members of the League end up on Earth ruled by Nazis. And that's where we can see Hitler frozen. In American, Dad Steve and his friends play a video game whose objective is to kill Hitler's mom before she gives birth. Due to certain stuff, he and his father end up in the game. And to get out of it, they have to kill the dictator's fetus. On another occasion, when Stan is dragged into hell, we can see Hitler trying to overcome a series of tests to escape from the place, although, obviously, he doesn't succeed, despite having tried thousands of times.
Oh, he tried to rush the salmon ladder, and it looks like...
No one ever makes it.
In the 2011 movie of Captain America, when they make him perform shows to support the troops, we can see him face off against a guy dressed as Hitler. In Rick and Morty, when Jerry destroys Planet Hitler, where a large number of Hitlers lived.
Only Hitlers, each one ready to start their own Holocaust, meaning an estimated 30 billion lives were saved.
The previous episode before that, Morty doesn't want to kill a creature because it praying. Rick says the following.
Out of here! Because he prays? You know Hitler was Catholic, right?
Rick combined the DNA of Abraham Lincoln and Hitler to create an awkward loser.
It just adds up to a lame, weird loser.
And he ends up getting beaten into a pulp. When Morty is mad at Rick, he says the following.
You're like Hitler, but even Hitler cared about Germany or something.
When Morty worries about the reality they left behind, Rick replies this.
What about the reality we left behind? What about the reality where Hitler cured cancer, Morty? The answer is don't think about it.
Another time when the snakes start traveling through time, they decide to kill Hitler the snake, although they fail. In Futurama, during a parody of The Twilight Zone, we can see they have a strange plot twists every second.
Why should I believe you? You're Hitler! No! Ava Braun, help me!
And on another occasion, while traveling through time, the professor pulverizes Hitler while he was giving a speech. If you enjoyed this video, it will be appreciated if you leave a like and a subscription. Watch this video next that I'm sure you're going to enjoy. Thanks for watching.